There is a sign in the Zodiac that people mistake for being made of stone. Cold, distant, unbreakable. But they are wrong, dangerously wrong. Because behind that armor, behind that cool, calculating gaze, is a soul that feels more deeply, remembers more perfectly, and detaches more permanently than any other. Today, we are not talking about a simple breakup. We are talking about the 20 reasons why hurting a Capricorn is one of the gravest strategic errors you can make in your life. It is an act that triggers a form of silent, karmic consequence that you will not see coming but will feel for the rest of your days. And while we will explore all 20, there is one reason number 3, that holds a truth so powerful, it will shake even the coldest hearts. You have been warned. Why can I state this with such certainty? My name is Anya Sage, and my life's work is decoding the hidden operating systems of the Zodiac. Today, we are opening the source code of the most misunderstood sign of all. Let's begin. The first thing you must understand is how a Capricorn processes a wound. It begins with 2 foundational truths that set the stage for everything that follows. Reason number 20. They never forget. This isn't about holding a grudge. A grudge is an active emotional process. A Capricorn's memory is colder, more efficient. It's a database. When you hurt them, they don't replay the drama. They log the data, the pain, the disrespect, the betrayal. It becomes a permanent entry in their internal file on you. It's not an open wound they keep picking at. It's a closed case file that dictates every future interaction. From that moment on, you are dealing with a different person, a more selective, more distant, more cautious version of the person you once knew. The warmth you were once granted is now behind a new layer of security you will never again have the clearance to bypass. And this leads us to the even more terrifying consequence. Reason 19. Their silence is louder than 1,000 screams. When most people are hurt, they get loud. They argue, they cry, they demand answers. A Capricorn goes silent. And you must understand, this silence is not emptiness. It is not a pause. It is a statement. It is the sound of a door, thicker than steel and miles high, closing for the last time. It's a carefully considered, final verdict that says, you no longer deserve access to my energy. You no longer deserve my words. You are no longer a factor in my equation. That silence is an absence that becomes a presence in your life. It's a void that echoes. You will find yourself screaming into a vacuum, and the only sound that comes back is the memory of your own mistake. So how do they reach this point of no return? This isn't a sudden snap. It's a methodical, step-by-step process, a protocol of detachment. And if you understand these rules, you will understand how to never, ever find yourself on the wrong side of them. This brings us to reason number 18. When they walk away, they never look back. Capricorns are builders. They will fight for a relationship, for a connection, with the same stubborn grit they used to build their careers and their lives. They will give you second, third, and fourth chances. They will try to fix the foundation, patch the cracks, and weather the storms. But every soul has a breaking point. And a Capricorn's breaking point isn't an explosion. It's a quiet, final calculation. It's the moment their internal strategist concludes that the investment is no longer viable. And when that conclusion is reached, they don't storm out. They simply walk away, quietly, completely, without a single glance over their shoulder. The energy they were investing in you is immediately reallocated to themselves. There is no lingering, no testing the waters, no late-night texts. The door closes and the lock rusts over instantly. This is possible because of reason 17. They build walls higher than your excuses. When you hurt a Capricorn, they don't plot revenge. Revenge is a waste of resources. Instead, they build. Every lie you tell, every promise you break, every act of disrespect becomes a brick. And they will take that brick and methodically place it on the wall they are constructing between you and them. They are master masons of emotional self-preservation. You can come to them later with apologies and excuses, but you will find you are speaking to a fortress, a structure built from your own transgressions, and they are inside, safe, looking out at you, thinking, "Thank you for providing the materials for my own security." You are permanently shut out, locked outside of a fortress you help them build. In my years of consultations, I've seen this pattern play out with the precision of a clock. It's not an emotional outburst. It's a protocol being executed. And the foundation of this entire protocol, the event that kicks it all off, is reason 13. Once trust is gone, the deal is off. For a Capricorn, trust is not a feeling, it's a currency. It is the most valuable asset in their relational portfolio. It is earned slowly, through consistent, reliable action. It is the bedrock upon which they build everything. If you break it, if you are caught in a significant lie, if you betray their confidence, if you prove yourself to be fundamentally untrustworthy, the deal is off. It's that simple. It's like a clause in a contract has been violated, and the entire agreement is rendered null and void. The connection doesn't fade, it is severed instantly, quietly. The warmth vanishes, the access is revoked, and the person you thought you knew is gone, replaced by a polite, distant stranger. Hand in hand with trust is reason number 5. Respect is their language. You can disagree with a Capricorn. You can challenge them, debate them, and even argue with them. They are strong enough to handle dissent. What they cannot and will not tolerate is disrespect. Disrespect to a Capricorn is an attack on their sovereignty. It's telling them that their judgment, their values, their very being is worthless. It is the ultimate deal breaker. The moment you mock their ambition, belittle their principles, or treat them as if they are disposable, you have ended the conversation. Permanently, you have shown them who you are, and as we've established, they will believe you, and they will never forget it. After hearing how they operate, how this system of detachment is executed, I'm curious, have you ever seen a Capricorn build these walls? Or have you been the one left outside? Let me know in the comments. But the walls they build are only the beginning of your consequences. The true price is paid not in their world, but in yours, because their reaction isn't just external. A profound internal transformation takes place. This is where the karmic engine starts. Reason 16. They turn pain into power. This is one of their most formidable and terrifying traits. A Capricorn does not simply endure pain. They are alchemists of the soul. They take the raw, toxic material of the hurt you caused them, the betrayal, the disappointment, the heartbreak, and they take it into their internal forge. And through immense pressure and silent work, they transmute it. The pain is forged into ambition. The tears are refined into focus. The betrayal is hammered into unbreakable resolve. They don't just get over you. They level up because of you. And you are forced to watch from the outside as the person you thought you broke becomes more successful, more focused, and more powerful than ever before. Your legacy in their life is that you were the fuel for their greatest evolution. And with this power comes reason 15. Their wounds make them impenetrable. They don't just heal, they evolve. Each wound you inflict becomes a lesson in emotional armor. They study the tactic you use to hurt them, analyze its mechanics, and then develop a permanent defense against it. You and anyone like you will never be able to hurt them in that same way again. They become emotionally bulletproof to your specific brand of poison. Their pain makes them smarter, stronger, and more immune. Your betrayal doesn't leave a scar. It leaves a layer of impenetrable armor that you, ironically, helped them forge. This is why they don't need to seek revenge. They have a silent partner in this process. And that is reason 14. Capricorn's karma is slow but exact. They have an innate, unshakable faith in the universe's accounting system. They know that cosmic law dictates that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So they don't waste their energy on retaliation. They simply detach. Turn their focus inward and let the universe handle the billing. And the universe's karma is never rushed. It doesn't arrive in a dramatic explosion the day after. It waits. It waits for the moment you are most vulnerable. It waits for the moment you finally think you've gotten away with it. It waits for the quiet Tuesday afternoon, years later, when a sudden memory of their quiet dignity hits you, and you are flooded with a regret so profound it physically hurts. Their karma is not loud. It is a slow, quiet, and exact invoice for the value you threw away. But all of this is merely the symptom. The disease, the core of their power, lies in two truths you cannot afford to misunderstand. We are now at the climax of our analysis. This is what it all builds to. Here it is, the reason I told you to wait for. Reason number 3. They fall 1,000 times and rise 1,000 more. This is their phoenix gene. You can knock a Capricorn down. You can betray them, ruin their plans, break their heart. You can burn their world to the ground until there is nothing left but smoke and ash. And they will lie there in the rubble. They will feel every ounce of the pain, but they will not stay down. In that silence, in that darkness, something ancient and powerful kicks in. They begin to rebuild, meticulously, silently. They rise from the ashes of the life you helped destroy, but they do not come back as they were. They come back stronger, smarter, more focused, with every scar now a roadmap of what to avoid, and every wound a piece of armor. Their ability to endure, learn from, and transcend suffering is their ultimate superpower. And your greatest regret will be watching the magnificent creature that rises from the flames you lit. And that brings us to the final, most devastating truth of all, the one that underpins everything. Reason number 1. Capricorn doesn't need you. They choose you. This is the truth that will haunt you the most. A Capricorn is born with a spine of pure self-sufficiency. They know how to be alone. They are comfortable in their own silence, in their own company. Their life is a mountain they are climbing, and they are perfectly capable of making the ascent by themselves. So when they let you into their life, it is not out of desperation. It is not out of neediness. It is a choice. It is a conscious, deliberate act of selection. Imagine a master sculptor who has their pick of any material in the world. They don't need a specific block of marble to be a sculptor. Their studio is full of them. They chose your block out of all others because they saw something in it, a unique potential, a rare beauty, a promise of a masterpiece. To be that chosen one, to be invited into the sacred space of their life, and then to squander that honor. The consequence is the slow dawning, horrifying realization that you were wanted, not needed. You were not a crutch they depended on. You were a treasure they chose to value, and you proved yourself to be worthless. The void they leave is not the void of a dependent who has left. It is the void of a king or queen who has withdrawn their favor, leaving you to realize the full scale of the kingdom you just lost. And now that you understand their power, Do you understand the true value of what you broke? Because that is where the real haunting begins. This is the part that, even as an analyst, I find truly tragic. Reason 8. Behind their coldness hides a giant heart. That impenetrable fortress, that cold exterior, is not their true nature. It is a shield. A shield built to protect something incredibly soft and precious. Behind it is a giant, radiant heart. A heart that loves with a quiet, fierce, and grounding intensity. Their love isn't a flashy firework display. It's the steady, reliable warmth of the hearth. A light that makes you feel safe and seen. When you betray a Capricorn, you don't just anger them, you wound that heart. And in doing so, you extinguish a rare and beautiful light, not just from their life, but from the world. And a part of them will ensure it never shines that brightly for anyone again. This is why their loyalty is legendary, and why losing it is a soul-level event. Reason 12. They are loyal until you break their soul. When a Capricorn chooses you, they are all in. Their loyalty is a force of nature. They will defend you, support you, and stand by you through the darkest of times. But this loyalty is tied directly to that core of trust and respect. If you break that, if you shatter their trust in a way that feels like a soul-level betrayal, every soft part of them they ever showed you will calcify. It will turn to stone. The warmth, the loyalty, the unwavering support, it all vanishes. And you will spend the rest of your life searching for that specific brand of steadfast loyalty in others. And you will be surrounded by fair-weather friends and fickle partners. And in those moments of loneliness, you will be haunted by the memory of the unshakable ally you threw away. And finally, reason number 4. Their love is rare, and once it's gone forever. Capricorn love is not a fleeting infatuation. It is a grounded, earthy, tangible force. It is the love that helps you build a life. It's the love that remembers how you take your coffee and what your secret ambition is. It is precious, and if you lose it, the universe has a funny way of making sure you feel its absence. It ensures that every hollow connection, every superficial relationship that follows, feels empty in comparison. You will feel the ghost of its substance in the emptiness of others. Losing a Capricorn's love is not just losing a person, it's losing your anchor, and you will feel yourself drifting for a very, very long time. So let's bring this to a close. Hurting a Capricorn is a losing game. It is a fundamental misunderstanding of cosmic law. They will not fight you. They will not scream at you. They will simply evolve beyond you. They will take the pain you gave them and use it as fuel to become a version of themselves that you no longer have access to, leaving you with the quiet, lifelong karmic lesson of your own profound regret. And one final word of warning, which brings us to reason number 2. If you push them, truly push them to a final confrontation, they won't argue. They will simply cut you with a single perfectly delivered truth. A calm, objective, and devastatingly accurate observation about your character, your actions, and the real reason for your failure. It will be a truth that you can never unhear, a single sentence that will echo in the quiet moments of your mind forever. If one of these truths hit home for you, leave the reason number in the comments below. To continue decoding these cosmic blueprints with me, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. The universe's most powerful secrets are often hidden in plain sight, and you don't want to miss our next discovery. This is Anya Sage reminding you to navigate wisely.